Welcome God of War fans, my name is Shayne Static, and in this video I will discuss who is the Boar in God of War. Please leave a like if you did enjoy your time here, and think about subscribing. I'm really close to my first goal of 1,000 subs, and I would really appreciate your support. And so you don't miss out on any future God of War content. Here we go. I love God of War, and since you're here, I'm assuming that you do as well. And we were put through the ringer when we were put up against Baldur, Magni, Modi, Trolls, and others. But one thing that was very weird to me is why Santa Monica put this boar in the game. Why would Cory Barlog and his fantastic team have us save this boar during our playthroughs? Yes, he is the last of his kind in the realm, but there has got to be more than what meets the eye. So who is the boar in God of War? Stay tuned, I'm going to answer this question for you. This video was actually inspired by Paul Rose. Paul left a comment on one of my videos going over who he thought the boar was in God of War. I personally love this theory and we're going to go over it in this video, as well as my own theory on the matter. So in our playthroughs of God of War, we come across Hildisvíni when Atreus and Kratos decide to use him for target practice. But Atreus' arrow bounced right off of him, so they chase it down and make a direct hit. Atreus runs off after it and we lose sight of him for a bit. This is when Freya finds Atreus and the boar. Freya asks Kratos to help save him, because he is the last of its kind in all the realm. So we bring the boar back to her house, pick some flowers to heal it. So why is it so important besides he's the last of his kind? In Norse mythology, Hildisvíni is mostly known from Hyndla's poem, where Freya meets a friend of hers named Hyndla. Go figure. Freya is coming to Hyndla so they can go to Valhalla to win Odin's favor and possibly pay homage to Thor, which is weird because Hyndla is a giant and Freya doesn't really get all along with the Aesir, but oh well. Freya rides Hildisvíni, which literally translates to battle swine, into battle and is her companion. Even in other poems and stories, Freya's brother Freyr rides a golden boar into battle. This is going to matter later in my theory, so hang in there. So let's get into Paul Rose's theory, and then I'll go over mine. So Paul stated that Hildisvíni is a more popular being in Norse mythology and in God of War. Hildisvíni is being protected by Freya because he is an important person and his mind is slowly losing itself. Paul Rose thinks Hildisvíni is Tyr. Now hold on, it actually makes a lot of sense. Hold on, check this out. Odin magically trapped Tyr in Midgard like he did with Freya, which is why Freya said he's a friend, plus he's magical from his godhood. Tyr loved all the races, and they loved him back. We know this because Mimir said this during one of our boat stories.
With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself, or put your godhood in the service of others, like Tyr did.
People really loved him, huh?
Aye, the god of war, but one who fought for peace. Had a reputation for being heroic and lawful, using his power and knowledge to stop wars rather than start them.
So there are good gods.
Once in a moon it's been known to happen, yes?
Odin, even being who he is, cruel and torturing, cannot kill his own son. So to teach him a lesson for helping the giants, he transformed him into a boar and placed him in Midgard. But Shayne, doesn't Tyr only have one arm and Hildisvíni has all four of his legs? Well, Paul has an answer for that too. There's a picture in the game with Tyr chained up in front of Odin and Thor. But you can see Tyr is chained up with both his hands still showing. So maybe Odin was trying to get information about what he was doing with the giants and Tyr was not giving Odin the information that he wanted. Odin then turned Tyr into a boar. So in saying this, this all happened before Fenrir took Tyr's arm. Isn't this a really cool theory? Now if you have theories of your own, leave them in the comments down below. Now, onto my theory. Well, let's go back a little bit to Hyndla's poem. See, I told you it was going to matter in a little bit. Now while Freya is trying to bring out Hyndla from her cave, she is riding Hildisvíni. When Hyndla emerges from the cave to hear Freya's plan to go to Valhalla, Freya asks Hyndla to get one of her wolves because Freya doesn't want to run Hildisvíni into the ground. Now Hyndla is suspicious of the boar from the start and doesn't waste time saying it. Hyndla knows who Hildisvíni really is. Hyndla says the following: "Nonsense. Pretense and promise. You can't even look me straight in the eye. Well, I'll tell you straight. That's no boar. That's your lover, young Ottar, the son of Einstein. You're riding your lover on the road to Valhalla." The boar is Freya's lover? What? Who is Ottar, or Ottar? Ottar the Simple was an orphan who resided in Midgard. Ottar built a stone altar to Freya to help him find the mysteries of his past and his ancestry. Freya then transformed him into a boar one day when he came to visit him because of all of his worship. She decided on a boar because her brother Freyr rides a boar into battle. This is why they actually went to Hyndla's cave, not to actually go to Valhalla or Asgard to pay homage to Odin and Thor. They went to Hyndla's cave so Freya could help Ottar find his past because of his devotion to her. After a lot of argument, Hyndla finally gave a potion or some type of liquid to Ottar, or Hindlesfini for that matter, to restore the knowledge of his lineage and his heritage. And it was restored. We find out that Ottar's lineage goes all the way back to Freya's brother Freyr. So Ottar has lineage to the Vanir gods. So in my opinion, I seriously doubt Ottar and Freya are lovers, but this is who I think Hindlesfini really is. What do you think of these theories? Do you agree with them, or do you have theories all of your own? Leave them in the comments down below, and let's discuss it. My name is Shayne Static, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.